Listen, I'm the most creative person you'll ever meet, and not the creativity of, drawing, painting, that kind of creativity. This is creativity which will help you in real life, in business, for example, innovating things, coming up with new ideas, connecting different worldviews and concepts, and building your own identity as a unique thinker. That is creativity in my words. Coming up with new creations, whether it's in the form of thought or actual art or actual in business, you come up with a new innovation. That is creativity. And it is extremely important to be creative in the modern day if you want to survive. If you want to make big money, you got to be creative. You can't be some like loner, like you can't be some simple cuck that got a degree and just knows basic skills and can't really do much with your skill set. You need to bring another angle. You need to bring in the spice. You need to bring in the finesse, the finesse. Do you understand? And without creativity, you will be an average person at best. So in this video, I will tell you exactly how to become creative. It's not a simple thing. There are many concepts and many different things that you'll need to know. So just stick till the end. You'll be creative instantly. Just watch. Firstly, the reason you are not able to be creative right now is because you need new ideas to build new ideas upon. So right now with your tiny peanut brain, you cannot fit, like you don't know lots of things because you're young, right? So the number one thing to do initially is to get your brain exposed to new ideas, new experiences, this and that. Okay. So firstly, you're going to do that. The way you do that is you copy people. Okay. This section of the video is inspired by the book Stealing Like an Artist. So firstly, you just have to copy people, copy other people's work. School has taught everybody in the world that copying is bad, cheating is bad. No, you shouldn't cheat, you shouldn't copy. But that is like extremely far from the truth. Because in the real world, copying is allowed, cheating is allowed. And you actually have to cheat if you want to even survive in the world. You have to cheat, you have to compete, you have to be willing to do anything. And you'll actually get extra marks for cheating. I'm not allowed to cheat in a maths test, but in the real world, I can fucking go to Google and search the answer of my question instantly. I saved more time than you because you were being like a geek nerd cuck that was trying to solve the maths problem himself, whereas I just took a photo, showed it to ChatGPT, and it's spitting out the answer. That's what I'm talking about. Copying allows you to save time firstly, and copying allows you to expose yourself to new ideas. Instead of coming up with something entirely new with the limited knowledge that you have right now, why not be inspired by somebody, put a little spin on it, and people will say, at large, your work will look exactly like this, but you'll know what small differences you've made. Okay, that's the first step. That's not creativity yet, that's just the first step. So you have to learn to take the best parts out of people that you are inspired by and become somebody unique in that sense. So right now, literally, every comment is like copy of Hamza, copy of people call me, oh, you're a copy of Hamza, oh, you're a copy of... Listen, man, I've been creating content for longer than both of them. Okay, so I'm not a copy, I'm not this and that, but it's fair enough. Like if they think I'm a copy, they're a copy. What you need to understand is that at first, when you just rip off a few people, they'll call you that, oh, you're the next Hamza, you're the next State, or you're the next this. But when you rip off 100 people, you create something unique that you cannot be compared to. Just rip off the best parts of 100 people and you will become creative. You will become unique in your own sense. You will come up with shit that you didn't even know. Now imagine, so the average starter pack of somebody on self-improvement is that they watch Hamza, they watch Tate, they watch Jordan Peterson, they maybe watch Joe Rogan, and like the names, you can guess the names, you can tell what kind of people they are watching content from. And that becomes very basic. You are just like a copy of everybody else. And now imagine, okay, you are somebody that is into self-improvement, and you are also somebody that is into card magic, two completely random things, but you are just diversifying your worldview. Like you're just making it you're making yourself more and more unique the more like random people that you are exposed to. Now I'm not saying you get exposed to something that you don't even give a shit about. That's not what I'm saying. I'm interested in bird watching. None of you are interested in bird watching. Okay, so that makes me unique in my sense. I connect self improvement with bird watching, and I can make analogies, and my examples that I come up with in my videos, they seem quite unique. Even though I'm speaking of the same shit, the same self improvement shit, my examples that I give, my worldview is significantly different than it's literally unique. It's never been said before by anybody. Okay, so that's the first step you want to do. Steal like an artist. An artist steals from multiple people and then becomes unique. So where do you actually take this inspiration from? Books, podcasts, and real life experiences. Books are literally the best way to become more creative. Books, just go to a fucking library. Like, the best thing you can do is have a massive unread library, a massive library with like unread books. Like, you just bought them. They're all in your Kindle, like everything, and like you just like haven't even opened them yet. That's the best thing you can do, because that's like fueling your creativity. That's fueling your curiosity. You're exposing yourself to new ideas. Podcasts as well. Podcasts I do not prefer at the moment, but as a passive learning method, definitely a podcast is a very good option. And finally, life experiences, where you are actually having a unique identity and experiences of your own. 99% of the self-improvement YouTubers right now, they have no life experience. They read some bullshit from a book and then they're saying it online. I'd like to believe that I have good amount of life experience, but still I'm nowhere near that. The fastest way you become more creative and more unique is through your own personal life experiences, because they are exclusive to you. They do not belong to anybody else in the entire world. And now this is the most important part of the video. You have gotten all this information. You have gotten these life experiences. You have come up with your own unique philosophies, your way of living. You've read books. You've seen podcasts. But tell me, let's say you read a book 2 years ago. Do you remember anything from that book apart from like how it made you feel? If I for example read Rich Dad Poor Dad, I read it like 5 years ago, and people will ask me, bro, how's Rich Dad Poor Dad? I would say, yeah man, it's a crazy book. If they'll ask me, yeah, what was that book about? I just say, yeah, it's about like financial freedom and this and that. I do not remember exactly what is in that book, and there's a reason to this. School has convinced you that the best way to learn is to cram information inside your brain, but the human brain is not designed for storage. It's not a fucking SD card. Your brain is not an SD card. You could say it's a GPU. Your brain is designed to think. RAM, and your brain operates like RAM. It can only store so much information at once. And the superpower of your brain is that it is a GPU. It's made for thinking. Even Einstein said this. Your brain is not designed for storage. It's designed for thinking. So we need an efficient system to store our thoughts somewhere else outside of our brain. So this is where a note-taking system comes in place very nicely. So for the past 15 or so days, I've been storing all my information and whatever I learn in an external brain. And all these thoughts are connected. I'll put up screenshots. So this is my system of note-taking now. I take notes, I connect them with other notes that are relevant to that note. And then it creates like a whole web of my brain. Like, my brain is literally mapped out digitally. So if you wanna, and this software specifically I use is called Obsidian. So go check out Obsidian in the description. I've linked a tutorial for you to learn from it. It's not like I'm not affiliated to it in any way. Just like it's another YouTube video that another guy has made. Go watch that and read a book called How to Take Smart Notes. So these two things will allow you to store your information somewhere else. And Steve Jobs has famously said, creativity is just about connecting things. And you can only connect things if you have a proper system to connect things. Okay, so this is that system where you sit down intentionally every single day and you just have this small 1 hour, 2 hour session of connecting things, coming up with new ideas and building your brain on like digitally. Like you can see like how things are being connected to each other and you can come up with new revolutionary ideas. This can help you like in every place in your life. So just trust me, like I know I didn't do a good job explaining this to you, But just trust me, just like watch the video in the bottom. He'll explain to you why you should use Obsidian, why you should build a second node building app, etc. etc. All right, next one. And I can tell you for a fact, as a result of using this method, I have been more creative. I have come up with more ideas. I have come up with more revolutionary things, this and that. And it probably reflects in my videos as well. A little bit. Not yet, but a little bit. And being creativity is also about taking risk. And risk by definition is like, if something hasn't been done before, or you haven't specifically done it yourself, that in your books will be risky. And that will induce creativity in you. Creativity is just like, if we talk about the expression of creativity, it's like when you see something creative, it's never been done before, right? That's, in other words, damn, that's so creative. As in, I've never seen anybody else do this. And doing something that nobody else has ever done is risky. Take Red Bull, for example. Red Bull marketing is insane. All these crazy stunts, this and that. They are constantly doing things that have never been done before. Their whole marketing is creative. Okay, many more examples like this. Every single thing that you think is creative right now started off with somebody taking a massive risk on that product or service or idea. It was a massive risk at the start. That's why, like, these artists that you look up to, right? This Picasso and this and that, they were known to be crazy people in their times. Because they were taking risks. Like, risk as in, it's not just about jumping off a plane. That's not like risk. Like, I'm talking about risk in the sense of the very act of creativity is risky. So you need to be very comfortable with taking risks. The best papers written ever in the world, the best articles, the best novels, the best books, it's a result of like playing around with a risky idea, building on it slowly. For example, who's that guy? I forgot the guy, man, who invented capitalism as a concept. So like, he started off with this small concept of capitalism and he built on it slowly. It was risky. It was a risky idea to play with, but he built on it slowly. And now look at how famous he is in economics. So don't be afraid to do something stupid at the start, because literally every single product, great creative product that you are using in your hands right now started off as a risky, stupid idea. And those people were also known as stupid. Now we move on to the next most important part, which is resting. Again, I'll repeat Steve Jobs' quote, which is, creativity is just connecting things. And the way you connect things is that when your brain is on a rest mode, like your brain either has like an active, like you're actively doing something, or you're like passively, subconsciously. Like, so how many times have you gotten like shower thoughts? Like these crazy eureka moments in the shower. That is your brain, like, which is like in a rested state, and your subconscious is still doing the work. All the input that you gave your brain, you know, the books, the podcasts, the life experiences, it's just like connecting with it and playing around with it. And then if something significant comes, it'll give that idea to you. And you will feel absolutely amazing. That is literally your brain working in your favor. And the way you do that is you rest properly. Do you think if you're distracted all day, you can come up with creative ideas? If you're on Instagram all day, if you're watching anime all day, if you're not allowing a single moment of downtime, like, that's why going for a walk is so important. That's why all these entrepreneurs, they procrastinate so much. Elon Musk is known for fucking smoking weed and all. Andrew Tate, for example, he loves driving. So that's his downtime. You need to have some downtime, man. Like, again, if your work is super tight, you are required to work for 24/7, like no time, like that's fine. Those phases are fine. But you must incorporate in your day resting time, where you are actually allowed to come up with these creative ideas and you feed your brain in a correct way. And this is what I've been doing for the past 10 or so days, where I've literally lived on airplane mode. I've turned off all my SIM cards. I literally keep my phone switched off unless I have to record. Although in the last 2-3 days I haven't followed it in a disciplined way. It'll be on from again, because I see the downsides immediately. The second you distract yourself, this is the second you fuck your brain up, like fully. It's like a rot brain, fully fuck it up. And finally, to be creative, you need to be willing to face criticism. My granddad owns a farm basically, and over there they want to like start growing organic food. Okay, and they brought on this consultant, and then they The consultant is telling the farmer, okay, do this, do that, do this, do that. But the culture in over here at the farm is like our farmer basically. If he sees the neighboring farm doing something, like there's less like his like the switch in his brain turns off where he thinks that he has to do the same thing as well, the same thing as the neighbor. So even despite what the consultant is telling him to do, like for example, grow this plant instead of that plant, okay, but the neighbor is planting that plant, so even I have to plant this plant? No. So the consultant clearly told our farmer, okay, listen, you will be criticized for the first 3 years and then they'll come after you. Like you will this is the price you have to pay to be creative, to take risk, to do something different. People will call you crazy, literally. That's how it works. So but we know that if our farmer actually like overcomes this criticism, he will be the one that makes more money from his farm. He will be the one that's outperforming all the others. That is the sacrifice you have to make. People will criticize you, people will not believe in you, people think you're stupid. All the things like risk, creativity is just about like having big balls at the end of the day. Like if you consistently have big balls and you consistently are doing things that nobody else has ever done in your life, not all ideas will be revolutionary. Yes, most of the ideas will fail, but one of them will succeed and you will come up with revolutionary ideas in your lifetime, multiple revolutionary ideas in your lifetime that will make you lots and lots and lots of money. Just start fucking observing the world. See what's missing. Come up with creative ideas. Don't be the simple idea. Don't like have the simple idea of, like all these simple ideas of, the climate change is so bad. We have to switch to electric. So let me start an electric scooter company. That's too basic. That's too basic, fam. Come up with unique ideas, and actually I have a video planned soon about like it's the common question, right? Which business should I start? Which career should I choose? You better watch that one because I'll explain to you in that one of how exactly you can literally choose any career and be successful in it. Wait, let me tell you the video idea just to be sure. Yeah, the video is called How to Figure Out What You Want to Do with Your Life. So just keep an eye out on when that video is going to launch. Just subscribe to the channel to be sure. Mostly it will come out like 4 or 5 days after. Just check. If it's not there, just keep checking for like every day once. And that's the end of the video, man. This is how I'm like more like super creative. I've never met a person that's more creative than me in my life. Creative in a practical sense. You know, all these girls will get compliments. Oh my god, you're so creative. But that creative is useless. You're drawing some shit on the fucking canvas. That's not creativity. That's useless creativity. Even I could do that shit. That's not creative. I'm talking about creativity in a practical sense. That'll make you money. That'll get you business opportunities. That'll make you look more smart than literally anybody in the room. That's creativity. If you like this video, come follow me on Instagram. More videos like this coming soon on the channel. You can see my past videos as well. One big video that I'll encourage you to watch will be the 48 Laws of Money. Go check it out. And I'll see you in the next one, man. Take care.